This year, the Fox TV channel debuted a new reality show called The Snake. It was a show hosted by Jim Jeffries where people had to either be or not be the snake. I don't know, I didn't watch much of it. So don't panic if you didn't. The point is, enough people did that when they had a final challenge that involved rolling custom dice to get snake eyes, when the probabilities looked a little bit suspect, people started to email me. In the finale episode, the final 6 contestants had to roll these weird kind of custom dice things. The whole show had a great aesthetic. And the first person to get snake eyes went straight to the final. The next 4 people to get snake eyes got to stay in the game. And the very last player who didn't get snake eyes was going to get kicked off the show. So let's have a little look at what happened. Round 1, all 6 contestants roll double nothing, not a single snake eye to be seen. 11.2% chance of that happening. Round 2, however, we have nothing, a single snake eye, nothing, snake eyes. There it is, the first one, we have a winner. The last 2 rolls in that round, also nothing. Round 3, the remaining 5 contestants, 2 of them get snake eyes. 2 from 5. Incredible. In what we believe to be round 4, the 3 remaining contestants all roll absolutely nothing. The next round, round 5, another snake eyes. There's only 2 contestants left, and they both roll not snake eyes, a snake eye and a blank. And the final unlabeled round, maybe 6, who knows? One of the contestants rolls snake eyes. That's 5 contestants rolling snake eyes in, if you count them, 24 rolls. 5 contestants all got snake eyes in 24 rolls. Come on, that feels like it happened real quick. But what are the odds? In a very literal sense, we can work out the probability by thinking, first of all, how many ways could that happen? Now, if we got 24 rolls, we know the last one has to be snake eyes, because that's where we stopped. And then the other 4 snake eyes can be anywhere in the other positions. So we do the other 23 positions, choose 4 snake eyes, is 8,855 possible ways that can happen. And the probability of each of those is just the probability of snake eyes, 2 dice, 6 faces each. We need 2 specific faces. That's 1/6 squared. It's 1 out of 36. And the probability of not getting snake eyes is 35 out of 36. So to get 5 snake eyes, that's 1/36 to the power of 5. And to not get the other 19 of them, that's 35/36, all to the power of 19. We multiply it all together, and the probability you get 5 snake eyes in 24 rolls is 0.00857%. It's pretty small. Now that's the exact percentage for 24 rolls, but that's actually not what we care about. If they'd done it in 23 rolls, or 25 rolls, I'd still be making this video. It's not because it's specifically 24, it's because it's a weirdly small number. So I had to have a think, how fewer rolls would there have to have been in the show for people to email me about it and I make this video? And I thought I'd split it into 2. I think 25 or under, definitely. 50 and under, probably. Instead of working out every single one of those and adding them all up, I just ran some simulations. I ran literally millions of rounds of this part of the snake. I had a nice distribution. Check it out. That's the frequency that any set number of rolls, the likelihood of that happening, were you to just start a game of snake eyes on the snake. And I can now look at probabilities and below that. So I can tell you the probability of the game ending in 25 or fewer rolls is 0.055%. That's small. Even 50 or fewer rolls, which is I probably would make this video, is 1.24%. That's small. So for the game to have been over that quickly, or anything remotely similar in terms of how fast it ended, extremely unlikely. So technically we have option 0. They just got very lucky. They didn't think through how unlikely rolling that many snake eyes was, and I can absolutely believe that step happened. But then, you wouldn't believe it, they got super lucky. It happened real quick, nice and neat, done. That may not be the case because it is so unlikely. So to explore other options, we're going to recreate the finale of The Snake, and I've invited different canonical versions of myself from other videos to join us. So first of all, we have Space Matt. It's me, the Mastronaut. We've got Beard Matt, a Future Matt. We all love Future Matt. Yes, reporting live from tomorrow. Frequent collaborator Business Matt. I'm the Matt you normally skip over, but this time I get to be in the real video. Although while I'm here, Saily.com/standupmaths for an eSIM, more on it later. And finally, Matt 2. It's me from the second channel. I'm basically the same. I'm just here to make up numbers. So we all had a bit of a think. This is so ridiculous. And we came up with some ideas for how they could have made the show if it wasn't just pure luck. And we'll start with one of the least likely explanations, and that's an idea that Business Matt had. Yeah, I mean, I hate to be the one who sounds like a LinkedIn post, but it could have been faked. What if it's all fake? There are several ways they could have faked this. Magnets. Could be magnets. What if there's like an electromagnet they can turn on and off bits of metal in the dice? Maybe invisible thread. There's like a literal puppet master. Or CGI. The dice aren't it? Okay, you know what? We actually passed the footage on to a magic expert to analyze it, and the answer is no. Like, it doesn't look like it's been faked in terms of trickery at all. The problem with faking it is it's risky. You just need one disgruntled contestant or someone on the crew and the whole thing gets rumbled. It's happened on other shows, and they would have to commit to the fact it's no longer, I know it's reality TV, but no longer a fair game. And above all of that, it would be expensive. It would be a very expensive thing to do. Unlike the sponsor of this video, Saily.com/standupmaths. It's a very simple to use eSIM app that keeps you connected in over 200 locations around the world. Walk with me. You know how your phone has a physical SIM in it? Well, you can also have an eSIM. You don't have to take out your regular one. It can be a second connection. So you get the Saily app from Saily.com/standupmaths. You can then buy a plan, activate it before your trip, and as soon as you land in a new country, bam, it connects. It's like delicious local data. You don't have to pay roaming charges for that. I mean, I use this because my UK plan, pretty good, doesn't cover every country. I use an eSIM, so I've got local data, not roaming data. So compared to your normal SIM, Saily could reduce or maybe even eliminate your roaming charges. It's way more convenient than having to find a real SIM when you get to the country, and compared to that real SIM, it's got a built-in ad blocker. That's better. It not only means you're going to use less data, but you don't have to put up with any annoying ads. I mean, no, not all ads are annoying. Some of them are good. Head on over to Saily.com/standupmaths or just use the promo code standupmaths for an exclusive 15% off. Exclusive. I don't think anyone else is sponsored by Saily. Link in the description. Back to the video. Thanks for that, Business Matt. So if we rule out trickery, our next round of theories are, what if these aren't real dice? I mean, they're not real dice. They're ridiculous crates, and they never claim that these are perfectly fair dice. So we thought maybe they're slightly biased. And I believe Space Matt has some theories for what could have happened. Yes, I do. In fact, I think there's two different ways they could have been biased. First up, deliberate ways they could have skewed the odds. So the crates that they're using as dice, we assume there's only a single snake eye on each one. They never mention that. What if at some point they swap out one of these for a crate with two snake eyes? And they're just very careful to never show both of those faces at once. Well, I ran the numbers. I got a new distribution for if there's 3 snake eyes in total, and the probability of doing it in 25 or fewer rolls goes all the way up to 1.1%. 50 or fewer rolls, it's now 14.3%. Still not super high. If you add 2 more, 1 on each dice, now we're talking. The probability of 25 or fewer rolls is 13.7%. The probability of 50 or fewer rolls is roughly 2/3. It's like 66.5%. So there you are with a bit of careful editing to hide the fact there were 2 snake eyes on each mini crate dice. That could have done it. What if they accidentally biased the dice? So for example, just floating by here in math space is a blank version of one of the crates. And we just 3D printed one that we found that was as close as possible. And in theory, fair dice. But what if when you're 3D printing your crate, you accidentally, oh look, it's another one that's been squashed in a single dimension. So it's the same that way, but a lot flatter. Now this is exaggerated, but the idea is these 2 faces are now more likely, more than 1/6 chance, and the other 4 are less likely. So if the snake eye was on one of these, maybe, not this bad, but slightly, it's more likely. But it turns out it'd have to be pretty flat. I worked out if you want a 50% chance of being 25 or fewer rolls, this would have to be 43% chance on each of these faces. And that leaves a mere 3.5% for the other 4. I mean, I don't want to get sidetracked again by how thin that would have to be for that to happen. I think we can say pretty thin. And if you want a 50% chance of doing it in 50, that's a bit more generous, rolls, you still need 31% chance on these faces and 9.5 on the others. Now, while we can speculate about if maybe this happened, oh, look at it go. What we do know definitely happened was if you take a very close look at the crates, and oh, there's another one floating in right now, the face that they put the snake's eye on, they flattened it to make it look, I guess it's easier to draw on. But that means they had to remove a bit of material. They removed the diagonal support and some of the texture, and that actually makes the snake eye face a little bit lighter. You might have noticed on our dice, we left that in because I wanted them to be, Main Matt wanted them to be fair, but the ones in the show do have some material missing, which would have made it ever so slightly biased to come up snake eyes. In all of these situations, however, because we can see the dice and it might be slightly off, but not much, it's not enough to explain the whole situation. Right, so it's a factor, but it's not everything. I'd say so. I think the dice probably aren't completely fair, but it's going to be so slight, there's something else going on. Right, so now we're down to what I think a lot of us were suspecting. Maybe they just rolled the dice over and over again and made it look a lot quicker. So to have a closer look at that, we go now to Beard Matt. This plot from earlier that Main Matt showed us demonstrates that getting 5 snake eyes in under 25 or 50 rolls, very unlikely. But how many do we expect? Well, you get snake eyes once every 36 rolls on average. If you want 5 of them, it's just 5 times 36. Like the exact midpoint of that plot is 180 rolls on average. But what do we expect to happen? What is the rest of that weird distribution? Well, by the time you've done 100 rolls, there's a 15% chance that you've got your 5 snake eyes. 180 is halfway, 50%. 200 rolls is 65%. 2/3 of the game shows are done by now. 300 rolls is up at 92%. And by 400 rolls, 99% chance that you're done. And then an incredibly long tail above that. So maybe that's what they did. Maybe they just kept rolling them over and over. I mean, would reality show contestants just sit there rolling dice over and over again for the possible chance of fame and fortune? Who am I kidding? Of course they would. I mean, I'm not going to get either of those things, and I'll do it. So we're going to do it. We've got an Australian comedian in a jungle-esque environment. We have a rustic table balanced precariously on bits of a pallet, and using these special dice and a variety of hilarious cast members from previous videos, we're going to recreate the finale of The Snake, and we're going to get to the bottom of the snake stats. Between me and the 5 other mats, that's effectively 6 people in this competition. We'll keep rolling these dice. We'll keep track of the number of rolls. And the last person to get snake eyes, kick off the channel. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Roll number 1. Oh, not yet. I mean, for me, this is a lot less exciting because I already know who lost, but it's not me. Spoiler. Nope, 1. All right, my turn. Here we go. 1. Come on, lucky space dice. Nope, time to take care of some business. 2 eyes for mat 2. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, come on. Snake eyes! Ha ha ha, no one's gonna beat that. Snake eyes! All right, once again, Beard Mats is successful. 12. Snake eyes! Yeah! Just me and future Matt. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Now, in theory, only half of us should be knocked out by now. But I guess that's about right. 4 out, 2 of us are left. That's believable. 40! I did it! Ha ha ha! Take that, future Matt. Oh, you can't get rid of future Matt. I'll be back tomorrow. We did a combined 125 rolls to get 5 snake eyes. Now that is way faster than I expected, but still, I mean, totally plausible. And you know what? Wasn't that bad. I mean, I know I roll a lot of things for a long time. I get that. But even that said, I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I can believe that some highly motivated reality TV contestants and some TV execs who had written themselves into a probability corner would just hunker down and keep rolling the dice. And at no point do they specify how many rolls per round. So, and at one point they stopped telling us what round it is. We only see 24 rolls, but they don't promise that's all that happened. So I would say, unless we get any more information, I'm gonna say, yeah, they just rolled a bunch. It's technically completely fair. And for the purposes of pacing, they edited it down strictly within the ambiguity in how they set up the game. We won't know for sure, however, unless we speak to someone involved in the production. So if anyone knows anyone involved in making Fox's The Snake, I mean, on the record or anonymous, get in touch. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the other Mats for what a dream collaboration this has been. I guess I'll link to all of your videos. Links below to everyone involved in this video. And that's it. I guess we reality TV show wave goodbye.